St. Ricketts, www.sricketts.com. And I'm not trying to be cold-hearted, but I'll tell you what fire cannot burn right now, and that's the great outdoors, because it is scorching out there. Absolutely scorching. Let's cut the boys off here from St. Ricketts. And say good evening to one and all. Tuesday night back, live after a couple weeks. A podcast webcast voted a top 50 in the world by the Los Angeles and New York Weekly Times. Philly's #1 podcast. It is the one, the only, the You Show.
You.
I am Jeff the Shark Perini. Kelly Nicole in the house giving us a yo from all the way out in Cali. That's what I like to hear. Yep, we're both here. Yes, we are. JD Wolf, yo to you as well. Jeff the Shark Perini. With me, as absolutely always, the co-hostess with the mostest, the sister from another mister. And, it's been a couple weeks, but I'm still going to tell you because it's like new again. The most beautiful face in podcast, webcast, broadcast, simulcast, and a member of the top 50 podcasts in the world. The amazing Miss Jewel Taney. Jewel, good evening.
Good evening, Jeff. Happy to be back.
Tell me about it. Real quick, it was the 4th of July. Which obviously we had a lot to do. Everybody does, and I was not even home and all that. Thank you, J.D. Wolf. You have the Los Angeles and New York Weekly Times, a big entertainment broadcast system, voted us. Awesome.
Voted.
They voted. They're right. So, so like 4th of July, we obviously weren't going to try and make our way here. We're going to do things with family and friends. And then last week, of course, was supposed to be Below Decks. Haley DeSola Pinto. Haley messaged me all that morning, ran into a last-minute snag. She says, there is no doubt I will be on this show eventually, no matter what it takes. Even if it's a Saturday. We got to work it in for Haley. So, Jewel, how you been?
Oh, hanging in. Obviously not spending time outside. It's been a crazy month, but happy to be back. And let's get this train rolling. I know we lost Haley, but we will get her back. I'm such a fan of hers and was very much looking forward to it. So we'll talk to her real soon. We need to work it out for our London peeps because it's so hard for them. It's like 2 a.m. when it's 8 p.m. here. So
exactly. So, and the time restraints and the things she had to do and the things that came up. And she warned me way back. She said, you never know, darling, something could just pop up. And it certainly did. What a disaster. But I got all these great voice messages, Jewel, on my Instagram from her. And I love her.
She's amazing. She's very funny.
She's very funny, amazing, sexy, cool. She's everything. Speaking of amazing and cool and all that stuff, tonight, oh, baby, this is great tonight. J.D. Wolf, locking your seatbelts and everybody out there because tonight, our guest is the sensational rock band Never Wake. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, these dudes are super cool. Jewel, we're going to play a couple songs and then tonight we're going to play the remake of Rebel Yell. So I'll tell you now, if you're watching on YouTube and we suddenly shut off, if you're watching on Facebook and we suddenly shut off, go to YouTube, search The O Show, just in case.
Yeah.
These guys are awesome, J.D. Wolf.
But you just told Facebook you were going to do it, so it was probably going to get shut off.
Right? I know. They're like waiting for me now. Like, okay,
another
thanks.
Rebel Yell, the one you haven't heard. The more rockin' version.
Right. This is like the legit Rebel Yell. Like I'm sure Billy Idol heard is like, oh, bloody yes, way I should have made the song. So much better.
You know what? I really like when artists can say that. Like, dude, they did it better than I could. Or like some people are just better singers. So when people see their songs performed, it's like Dolly. Like, it's a totally different version, but it's like 2 separate songs,
It's like Dolly.
You know what I mean?
It's like Dolly. Like when regular women see her boobs, they're like, geez. And then you see Dolly's. Like nobody can do it like that.
Dolly, it's my idol. I love that woman.
So Whitney Houston, no, not Whitney Houston, I'm sorry. Yeah, Whitney Houston. Dolly Parton, of course, Whitney Houston, I Will Always Love You, right? Correct?
Yeah.
Bodyguard?
Right.
Okay. Right. I thought I got that right. And I love you, Dolly, but man, Whitney crushes or
Blew away.
crushed. I'm
Like you
sorry.
have to give
Oh,
props.
incredible.
You know what I mean, to people who do your song justice. I mean, if it's a great song, it could be done many different ways
And
and good
again,
ways.
no disrespect to our guest next week, Dolly Parton. Yeah, that's a long story.
I would crumble into a million pieces.
Their PR people
Can't
and I had her PR people and I shared an email about the
don't mess with me like
potential
that.
and how busy Dolly gets and how hard it is. But she's also a great soul. So for certain people, they're good souls. You can maybe prod at
Very
and say,
charitable.
right,
Charitable to us, Dolly.
please,
Dolly,
please,
we love
Dolly, I
you.
love you. No more booby jokes if you come on.
I'll smack them for you. It's fine.
Yeah. Oh, right on the air too. We'll do it
Yeah.
together. So I came up with a top five. Jewel texted me and said his top five blows. So Jewel came up with a great one because this is like one of Jewel's favorite things. Top five, what are we listening to now? It's like our favorite music and what's on our playlist and what we're getting into right now.
What's on my playlist?
Right, Dolly Parton, Bruce Springsteen next week too. Jesus Christ. Jewel would faint. She wouldn't even do the show. She wouldn't be able to handle it.
Yeah.
This is a cool one. I like this, Jewel. Top five, what are we listening to now? And I said to her, a lot of them are going to be guests of the show, either past or soon, but that's okay.
Yes.
I'll go with my top five. And top five, tomorrow night, if you're out there watching, tomorrow night, this band is a band I've been loving lately, the Grimjacks, Jewel, out of Abington, Pennsylvania. They'll be on Wednesday. This is like the only time we can get them, but they'll be on tomorrow night. And they're super cool. Saw them this past weekend, Battle of Bands. We'll talk about that later. Number four, not really a new band, but a band that I've been getting into more, and I like their style. There's some people say, oh, it's not really cool rock, but I like Muse. I dig Muse, man. And
Also, wasn't that a three person band?
yes, it was a trio. It was going to be top five trios, Julie. There is none. There's one. Muse.
Well,
I get you.
I just wanted more of a, challenge. That's all.
The amazing Miss Cassie
That's it.
Perini in the house. I'm my way to Woods listening to my favorite podcast. What's that?
Woods?
Aw. She's going to the woods. Yeah, she's heading down the shore.
Oh.
Stephanie in the house. I love you and miss you, Stephanie. Muse is awesome. I have not seen him live yet. Very upset about that. Would love to, but I'm a big fan of Muse. Number three, Jewel. Jewel Tatey said it first. I don't care what any other podcast tells you. Jewel Tatey said it first. We need this band, and I got these guys religiously on my playlist. The guys from Strange Culture. Holy crap! We saw them in the Future Stars show. Jewel pretty much slaps me and knocks my beer all over the place and is like, we need to get this band. These guys are the band. And she is right. They are fantastic. A couple weeks, we got something coming up with them. We'll talk about that as we get more information. Number two, Jewel, band we had on the show during the afternoon. You had to miss it. I believe Maria Daniels was nice enough to join me. Was it Maria Daniels? God, I forget.
Tiffany.
Right? Tiffany?
Was
Who was
it?
Tiffany? I forget who that girl was. Anyway, Dirty
it was
Honey.
Tiffany. Yeah, you guys in your sunglasses on an afternoon when I had to work, and they're, debuting Dirty Honey songs.
Dirty Honey, ladies and
My
gentlemen.
God.
Dude, it broke my heart. I'm like, can't believe Jewel's not here for this. That was like one of the most renowned bands we have had on. And we have great bands, but man, Dirty Honey. And number one, Jewel, I'm not getting tired of this because these guys restored my faith in fact that rock music will live on. Greta Van Fleet. Stop it. Love these guys. Love all their new stuff. I'd already mentioned, tied for number five, because we're going to talk about him later, Wolfgang Van Halen and Mammoth. I absolutely love them too. And wow, really making it happen. Strange Culture does rock. Thank you, JD. Greta is cool. And we're keeping my wife awake while she's driving. Wake up and pay attention to the road and listen to your husband
Wake up, yeah.
talk crazy shit while I drink beer. Ice cold beer because it's hot as balls. Jewel, let's have your top five.
Let me just tell you about my new favorite drink. I swear to God, it's the best tasting seltzer. I don't want to care what any other woman says.
Seltzer.
No, it's so good. It's the I don't have a can of it. The Bud Light, the Retro. Oh my god, it's the
Bud Light.
retro. I hope they never get rid of it. It's so good. It tastes like a slushy, but like a really flavorful slushy.
Oh, that sounds good. I'm writing that down.
Oh my god, they have pink lemonade. I'm like, this would be so good in an actual like 7-Eleven Slurpee.
And you know what? Trash all your Bud Light talk. Products are products are products, and
They're
business
so
is
good. They have
business is
the
business.
best seltzers. I'm
Welcome.
convinced.
I love it. So what
Yeah.
do you got for it? I
Oh
know.
yeah.
I guess you got a tie for number 5 with your following because you're following Bud Light Retro.
Well, I did an actual what's on my playlist. Me and Jeff used to do this segment. It's called What's on My Playlist, and we play a little tiny segment of what we were listening to at the time. But since we are not doing songs, I will just say the current bands that I'm listening to. Number 5. Oh my god, I can't even read my writing. Beirut. Man, these guys have been around for so long, and it's just I just immediately put them on during summer. It reminds me of like a Brandon Messin, but they have like the horns and the trumpets, and I just want to like be on a beach and relax with some Beirut. Speaking of the beach, this was my summer song last year, but Tune Yards. My God, it's just a girl
Tune
guy.
Tune Yards?
Tune, yeah, Tune
You
Yards.
know we got totally different tastes, though.
Oh yeah, well that's what makes us work
And of course it does, in the weirdest way ever.
for sure, for sure. Number 3, Mount Royal. Now,
Oh, I like Mount Royal. Yeah.
Mount Roy, man, I mean, their songs just come on some TV shows I watch. I'm like, I was just watching a Banshee, and one of their
Yeah.
songs came on. I'm like, these guys just, it hits. It hits a different way. Also, very summer feeling. Number 2, it was so weird because me and Duck were, I don't even know where we're going, getting some ramen or something. And I'm like, oh my God, Jenny Lewis. I'm like, I haven't heard her in forever. And I started playing the song. I also found her from a TV show. I find a lot of my music from TV shows, mind you. Watch a
Was
lot of TV, but
Jenny
it turns me on to great music.
Jerry Lewis?
Jenny
Jerry
Lewis.
Lewis? Hey, lady!
Oh my God, remember that caller we had? It was like our
Yes. I was actually watching some of the listening to some of the Blog Talk Radio the other night to catch up with like Gail and stuff like that, and I couldn't find that segment. I'm like, you know what? Don't even try to find that segment.
We were stunned. This guy swore he knew Jerry Lewis and had an encounter. A very,
And a
it's
very disturbing encounter that froze me in my tracks, and it's before me and Jewel could see each other. Trust me,
If
my
it was,
jaw
if it was
dropped.
like now and we were quick enough, we would have been like, "Hey, lady."
Exactly. We were
We're,
like,
we're
yeah,
quicker. We're
wow.
quicker today.
Yeah, we've
Wow.
learned.
Thanks for calling, sir.
Right, back then, we were like, wow, this is a great story. And all of a sudden, and I was, I'm like, man, Jerry Lewis. And all of a sudden, yeah. Anyway, number 1.
Yeah, chewing at the bit here in the next part. Number 1. Oh my God, I totally messed up her name. Mars Argo. I put Argo Mars. I don't know what I was doing when I was writing this list, but man, what a great a voice that girl has. And you know, she's just like so underground. I'm trying to get her on the show, but if you know, you know. But she's very my style of music.
Keep plugging, dude. Keep plugging. Like, I've gotten some answers back from people who, and they won't, but you know, you prod them. And you come up with something great like, hey, our 6-year anniversary's coming up. Can you come shout us out? You never know.
Yeah.
We'll
After
talk about
getting a
that.
denial from Lana Del Rey's people, I'm like, okay, at least
But
I had an
that's
answer.
but that's hard. And
Right.
like, and you rave about Beth Gibbons, and I read how hard Beth Gibbons is. I got a response at least, and I got an apology.
Yeah.
I got an apology, and like, what can Beth do for you? I'm like, what?
What can she do for me? She saved my life multiple times. Jeez.
Truth. So, man, great top 5 list. We'll rehash it real quickly. It is the top 5 we're listening to now, our favorite music. Number 5, local band, the Grimjacks, who I love. Number 4, Muse. Stephanie Bertolato gave me props. That means something because Steph is about as big a music junkie as we are. Number 3, Strange Culture. You know I love them. Heard them here first. Dirty Honey at number 2. Number 1, Greta Van Fleet. Jewel came back with Beirut. Tune Yards. Mount Royal. Jenny Lewis. and Mars Argo, or Argo Mars, depending on what part of the world you're in.
Yeah. What planet
Uh,
you're from?
Our favorite PR woman and one super amazing human being, Rosie, is in the house. Rosie A goes by on YouTube. What's up, Rosie? We love you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Big fan of the show, and of course, has done great work in bringing us just Hollywood Gods and Monsters, which is one of our biggest shows ever. Awesome band.
Amazing.
So thank you.
Love you,
Thank you for
Rosie.
tuning in. So speaking of amazing, speaking of music, let's get to it. The new one. Now again, if you're watching on Facebook and they decide to get weird with the programming, you can watch us on Twitch, you can watch us on YouTube live. Just go there and type in the Yo Show and we'll come up because, Facebook is weird. But anyway, one of my favorite songs ever, despite who does it. We love you too. I loved when Billy Idol did it, and it makes it funny because Jules said some bands do it better. I think this is better. And I'm not even lying to you. This version of Rebel Yell is super strong. It's by tonight's guest, Never Wake. We're going to play it here. We're going to have the guys with us in a few minutes. I see they're starting to settle in backstage. We'll bring them out shortly. Guys, I know sometimes our audio isn't perfect, but trust me, we're trying to do you as much justice as we can with this awesome version of Rebel Yell right here live on the O Show. Enjoy. We'll be back in a few minutes. Holy Moses. Wow, that was good. And usually, Joel, after I play the guest songs, I just hit the X and cut them down so they're gone. I'm leaving that because we might end the show and do that again.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We got away with it. Like, why not?
Well, we got away with it once.
I'm so
far.
sorry. I didn't realize my mic was on. Yo,
Yeah, your mic was on.
Singing, though. Oh my
Oh,
God.
I wish you were singing and the band would be backstage just giving you a job.
No.
To stay far away from the mic. And they gave us the devil horns, which we love. Thanks, fellas. Man, absolutely. Yeah, man, you haven't heard nothing yet. Wait till we start kissing your butt. Just incredible, though. One of my favorite songs, and then it gets redone by a super cool band. I'm like, God damn. And again, social media, threw it out to me, the day it came out. And I'm like, yeah, I need this song in my life. And I'm like, hey, let's message this band, see what they say. And they were like, no way, dude. So I had to send them boatloads of cash to get them out here. But no, I'm kidding. No,
That's how it usually works.
they were like, Yo Show, we heard it's like the #1 show on the planet. And they're right. We heard you're voted top 50. So why not? But very excited. A couple minutes. Give us 1 or 2 more minutes, dudes, and we'll bring you out here and we'll start talking it up. And they're backstage wandering come on, dude, get me on. People came to see us, not you. I agree.
My dad just texted me, who's that band?
Your dad, really? Very cool.
Music aficionado over there.
Your dad really is a music aficionado. He knows them all, and it's timeless. Top 50 podcast in the world. Thank you, JD. And Rosie, like I said, another great PR person. When PR people come on and say how much they love our bands and acts that come on here, that's huge.
Mm-hmm.
So we love that.
Appreciate you, Rosie.
We appreciate you very much, Rosie. Sitting here with some good bourbon and chilling. We're with you. Cheers to Never Wake, who's coming out of here in a moment.
Oh, is that? Oh, I always forget there's 2 chats.
There is a secret chat where we make fun of the audience. No, I'm kidding.
Right, yeah.
It's just a little random spot in case something comes up. Like that night with Lena Scissorhands. She's like, I hate your guts. Can you please get me in the room? Why can't I get in the room? Why can't I get in the show?
She's amazing.
That was an embarrassing moment, but it happens.
Man, yeah,
right.
You never know how people are going to be, and then we just get pleasantly surprised week after week. So it always works out. Hopefully tonight's no different.
Well, Jewel, if you can make your way to the private session, you see we're in trouble because they're looking for the cash.
About that.
Yeah, about
Check's
that.
Coming. Check the snail mail.
Jules got it. Jules got it. Big money. Let's bring him out. Our guest tonight, you just heard him with the amazing cover of Rebel Yell. No, it's not even a Billy Idol song anymore. It's a Never Wake song. That's how freaking good it is. Let's bring him out. Let's bring out Johnny and Justin and Gio from the band Never Wake. All right.
What's up?
Dudes, I'll tell you what's up right now. My blood pressure, my adrenaline, because that song kicks ass. And it got me so pumped the first time I heard it. And I didn't reach out to you yet. I do maybe once every couple months I do something called Yo Music. And we basically just play music from different bands. I played it without even asking anybody. It was just on there. And I'm like, yeah, I got to message these guys. And shortly after we made a connection. So thanks for coming on.
Of course, we're happy to be here. And thank you for having us.
Thank you so much. Are you guys coming from different places? Where are you guys at tonight?
Yeah, so I am around the Cleveland area. George is in the Mingo Junction area.
Yeah, I'm in a cave right now.
In a cave.
I'm actually just to tell you, all my stuff's in boxes, so I'm in my kid's room right now.
Awesome. With a Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
Justin, you're muted, by the way, but you are in. Justin is in Pittsburgh, so yeah, we're kind of spread out everywhere.
Fairly local. Okay.
That's not too bad. And it was funny when I started announcing that this was coming up. One of our favorite bands has been on the show, Victoria Fire, who's also from Pittsburgh, started liking it. I'm like, wait a minute, these guys got to be local. So now we got Pittsburgh and the Cleveland area and a cave somewhere.
Yep. Can't tell you guys, but I'm in a cave.
Secret location.
Secret location.
You're in a bunk bed, aren't you?
I am. It has a desk under it too.
Nice.
It's like my teenage years, just a Backstreet Boys t-shirt, bunk beds, like.
Yeah, favorite metal band ever.
Right.
He's reliving his youth tonight, right here on our program, and we love that. So, let's get right to it. I mean, you guys have been around for a while, put out some great music. This version of Rebel Yell was incredible. What made you pick this song? How did you put your own little spice on it? Because you make it amazing. How did it all transpire with Rebel Yell?
So whenever we started, like usually when we take songs, we'll just like mess around with the idea, like, oh, like that's a pretty cool idea, or like, yeah, let's try that one, or let's see how that sounds. Our drummer Marcus at the time was like, guys, I have this idea for Rebel Yell. And I wasn't too like, I liked the song, but I wasn't like, oh, I love Rebel Yell. And then he started like throwing his ideas out there, and I'm like, okay, this is sounding badass. Yep. And it kind of evolved from there, and we just like took it, and we were like, it's always fun when you're remaking a song because everybody knows it and everyone wants to put their own little spin on things. And, we just, I think we knocked it out of the park. I love it. I love performing it. It's a lot of fun, and it's always good to see people like, they're like, oh my God, Joe, Yell.
I know I know you guys are in 3 different spots. We definitely want to get all yous up here and just like chatting it up. But real quick, I just got to say, you get a song like that, everybody knows it. And like Jewel and I said, I can't believe we weren't singing it. We were. I was off. But yeah, you're singing it, and when you do it at a show, everybody knows it on top of your stuff, and especially when you make it your own with that special flavor. Like I tell you, it's one of a kind. But
also, just to add on to that, like Rebel Yell, like you should be yelling, and I just think you guys did it justice that way because it just like innately is a metal song, so it works perfectly.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was definitely a good a good throwback, and I think what was it, like 40 years?
Oh yeah, that was a funny thing. Like we were gonna do this. We were doing the song, and then we found out that this year was the 40th anniversary of the song being released. So it's kind of like,
God, do I feel old?
Holy crap. I wasn't even born. That's nuts.
Yeah.
Thank you, Joel. Yes, thank you very much.
Yeah, that was like, we were like, hey, it was 83 and now it's 23. It's 40th year anniversary. So yeah, it was really cool. It was a lot of fun. Billy reached out to us and he wanted to be on it, and we told him no. So
I'm sure. He messes me. He's like, Never Wake is coming on. Tell him I love the way they do my song. I'm like,
What's he doing? I hope he's okay.
I mean,
he's still touring.
Yeah, he's still touring. Yeah,
he was in Pittsburgh literally the month after we put the song out, and we were going to get in front of him and stuff, but just didn't play out that way.
And no offense to, again, you talk Billy Idol, Stevie Stevens, who I love, but you guys clobber him on guitar. I'm sorry, the way because Joel said, Rebel Yell is meant to be like a metal song. The guitar riffs are metal, where his is kind of like a lesser game, woo, 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 and all kind of fun. You guys are just like torturing it. Tell us about coming up with that, because really to me it's very inventive. I think it's incredible.
When I get a lead and I try to like, if it's like a remake or something, we want to put our own spin on it. Like I try to match as much as possible what the original was and pay as much respect to the original, but I definitely love to put our own spin on things, and there was definitely certain times where you had to just like, all right, this is what's happening here, let's metal it up and let's do this. And it was just like, there was definitely some 80s flares in there too. You had to put in there like that. The whammy, of course. I mean, you had to throw the whammy in there.
You gotta have the whammy.
got to. And it was just, it was like something that we did, and it's incredibly fun to play. Some leads are like, oh my God, I got to practice this one and I have to get it down right away and it's got to be perfect every single time. But this one's more of like, it's just having fun. And that's what the song is all about. It's just having fun. And that's what it's like to play the song too. So
that's good. Yeah. I was going to ask if there's any challenges. Sometimes doing covers, it's like, one part was difficult.
Well, we have another cover song, Thriller by Michael Jackson.
Wow.
And yes,
wow,
it is challenging because it's Michael Jackson, and you gotta sound, and he's got that control over his voice. And I mean, especially for me, wow, it's hard. And I have to definitely like prepare, not only like singing wise, but like lyrically, because I'm horrible at remembering lyrics. So I have to like go through the lyrics again and be like, oh yeah, okay, that's what it is. But yeah, it's definitely tough. Like sometimes like it's a blessing and a curse at the same time, because cover songs, you have to do them with enough respect that people will like them, but also at the same time, you get to do whatever you got to do, and that's cool.
Now this is another good point. I was going to say this, and one of our audience members already came up with it. You're doing Michael Jackson with Thriller. Not only that, but actually that was Beat It. But because remember, Eddie Van Halen played Beat It. So you're kind of in some big time. Yeah, Eddie Van Halen played Beat It, not Thriller, but still pretty cool. Gio, you're so quiet back there, man, with your Backstreet Boys shirt on and all. Tell us about we want to know definitely what got all you guys started in music. So let's start with you, man. What got you started in this venture? What made you think, hey, this is gonna be like my life? I could do this.
Well, actually, I started playing guitar first. I don't know, I was like 9. And then me and Johnny had played sports together a little bit growing up. I'll fast forward to high school. I'm still playing guitar. That's all I care about. That's all I want to play. And Johnny comes up and says, do you want to play bass? I said, hell no. I'm never playing bass. Well, a week later, I ended up getting a bass somehow. Someone gave me a bass. I don't remember how it happened, but I was like, oh, there's less strings. I'll play this. And then kind of just started jamming together. And I think I played my first show with them the week after we started playing together. It was like almost immediately. They already had a show, and they were like, oh, shit, it's just us.
It's pretty amazing to see somebody like jump right in with talent. It's not the first time we heard it here either. Like, these bands get these dudes and they jump right in and start playing. So that's like a real great mark on how amazing you play. Justin, we're like going to go around the board. Justin, what got you into music first? Like, what made you know that this was your destiny?
I mean, I was always around music growing up. My family, my parents were always into live music. My dad was a DJ. He never played, but so I was always around music. Always going to see bands. I went to my first concert when I was 2 years old. I was front row center for Warrant and Brittany Fox when I was 2 years old.
Brittany Fox, Philly. All right, I like it.
So it was always, it was there from an early age. But I started getting interested in music because my dad had some friends that played, and I was like, hey, this is cool. I wanted to play. I got a drum set first. That didn't work out very long. And then I had an uncle that had this old guitar. Let me see. It is one of the ones in the rack over here that you can't see. It's facing the wall. An uncle of mine had this old guitar that he wasn't playing anymore, and he goes, hey, you want this? And I was like, I don't play guitar, but sure, I want a free guitar. So I took it, and I was like 13 or 14 at the time. My parents got it fixed up at a local music shop for me, and that was kind of it. I started learning like the intros of like every song that would come out, but that was it. Like I would only learn like 10 seconds of this song. I'd be like, all right, that's enough. What's the next song?
Thank you. Good night.
Same.
Did that for a while, and then I got serious about it. I wanted to learn to play better, and it didn't take very long. Practicing by myself, and I just realized that music was definitely something I was going to be serious about. Really, that's
awesome. Johnny, how about you, man? What because you guys seem like the answers so far are amazing, and you got to get them all.
So my dad has been a musician for like 40 years. Wow. And, like I grew up in a music family, he and actually my wife's father were in a band together. The It was Rachel Sweet and the Toys. And they were they were signed to Columbia Records, and they actually did touring with. It wasn't Grateful Dead, but it was Jerry Garcia.
Wow.
And yeah, it was a really cool time. But like I grew up, always listening to music, always seeing him on stage. It was like normal. But I never really thought about getting into music until. So I was playing football. This was like Bantam, like little football league. And my center at the time, it was like the local community days. And my center comes up to me and he goes, my dad's playing on stage. And my center comes up. He's like, dude, is that your dad? And I'm like, yeah, that's my dad. He's awesome. And I'm like, yeah, he is awesome. That is really cool. It was like normal to me. And then he was like, do you want to start a band? And I'm like, yeah, let's start a band. So I'm like, me and him, that's when I started playing and started getting into, the guitar and started writing. And the first song I ever learned how to play on the guitar was Play That Funky Music.
Nice. Great song.
The thing about that, though, is the guy who wrote that song, Rob Parisi, grew up on the street next to my dad in Mingo Junction. He's from Mingo Junction, Ohio.
Wow.
And I just so happened to learn that. I always laugh. My dad was probably like, yeah, great job learning that first song on the guitar that guy's made millions off of. But
that's
yeah,
a tough one.
But that's how it started for me. And, it just played throughout the years and eventually, got harder, got darker, and, eventually Neverwake came to be. So, but yeah, always been into music, always.
It's awesome. It's so dark you got a guy in a cave, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should see my backlighting right now. So just a little backstory here. I'm moving. Johnny just finished moving. So I have Netflix on. It just keeps cycling through my kids, and it's like Paw Patrol and Elmo.
That
and that's what's
great.
lighting me up right now.
That's great. It's all the lighting you need.
All my computer stuff's down, everything. I've got like a bunch of boxes behind me.
It's funny, a lot of artists have come on and said that we get like down to the bare basics of musicians. We totally do. Backstreet Boys shirt moving, and he's being lit up by cartoons. I love it.
just to clarify, there's a Satan on here with a pentagram.
Oh,
there it is. I did notice that. I did notice that.
I have like a million Backstreet Boys shirts somewhere.
This one was at their last tour.
Really? Like that?
Yeah.
I would wear that. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, I don't know why they went that route, but I bought it. I'm a big fan.
It's weird.
Yeah.
I spent way too much money on those dudes. Anyway, how did Justin link up with you two?
So when I first started the band, I started with my best friend James, and we had, that it was me and him. We were just writing songs and like coming up with stuff, and then that's when we got George in, and we got Marcus, and we played for how many years?
7
years.
Maybe like 6.
And James decided to move on and do some other stuff, and we're still great friends, and all the time I always send him demos and stuff. But we needed a guitar player, and we had played with Justin before, and we had seen him on stage. We knew that he was awesome, and we knew that he was just like a great performer. So we met him at a Walmart, Subway. Yeah,
Subway, man. This is some serious rock star story here.
Yeah.
Behind the music. I love it.
Exactly. And then we talked, and I wasn't sure if he was interested at first, because Justin, sometimes when he gets in the zone, he's just like, it's hard to read. He'll just be like, yeah. I'm like, do you want to do this? He's like, yeah, I do. And I was like, okay, yeah, cool. And then he was we got him in the band. He had Beth, I think, was pregnant at the time when you started, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, that was one of the things. Like when our first meeting there at Subway, I was like, so I want to play like seriously, and I want to be in a band that's trying to be serious and make it like a like a professional thing. I was like, but I have to be smart about it because, my wife is pregnant, so I'm going to be a dad soon. So like, I can't just like, I can't be irresponsible about it. And
you could be, but it just
could.
He was pretty responsible until about a year after Liam was born.
Hey, actually, if you want to talk about that sort of thing, I think he was about 2 weeks old when we had our first weekend away, where I was very irresponsible.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, just some backstory. We all got annihilated at this music conference, and it was like the first time Justin had been out since he had a kid. And I don't think he remembers it, but we do.
He's exhausted. He's drinking.
Yeah.
I'm sure hell ensued.
Yeah. He slept in the bathroom that night. We'll just go there.
That's okay. We've heard better, but we've heard worse, I should say. So the other thing I see is cool. Like you talk about like your families, your wives, all that, and I see a couple of the children come in like "Hi, Dad," and like stuff like that is awesome too. The support system. How important is it? Like you said, most of your family was in rock. Your younger generation, they're into what you guys do. How important is it though to have great family and friends support? Because the ongoing joke is you put out content, first people to disappear are your friends.
It's 100% paramount.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't have the support of your family, of your like friends, your immediate family, you're not going to be a musician for long. That's just that's the hard truth of it. It takes a lot out of you. It takes a lot of nights where you put so much effort into something, and sometimes the way it is, you just don't get it any in return. And we're so fortunate, all of us, to have families behind us that have supported us, not just like allowed us to do our thing, but actually supported us through this. Sometimes there are so many parents that I see that I've seen growing up that have like talked about, or have heard people like talking about like musicians, and they're like, the difference between a pizza and a musician and a drummer. Pizza can feed a family of 4 or whatever.
Oh my God.
Just like stuff like that. And, to have a family that is just like, screw them. Let's, you do what you want to do. You pursue music. We're going to support you in this. It's amazing. And it's a blessing. And I can't thank them enough. It's hard. Sometimes I feel a lot of guilt because, you pour so much into this. You have a lot of time away, and to have somebody waiting on you and supporting you is great.
Jewel, I'm gonna cut everybody off real quick in front of 3 metal rock dudes who have been out for years, putting to tens of thousands of millions of listeners. That intro must made me cry. I'm sorry. It was just that good. I mean, that kind of stuff. I'm like getting a little misty. I'm like, I got 3 like heavy metal rock dudes. My good buddy Joel, and here I am breaking down. Joel, get in there with a question, Fred.
Yeah, no, that's amazing, and you definitely need the support. And you guys had the success. How was it just getting on the road and playing such big festivals? Like you got played alongside. I mean, on the same tour as Rob Zombie. Like how did it feel to play those like first big shows and festivals?
Well, I mean, we honestly like it's crazy whenever you go to those festivals, because like you do get treated really like not like royalty, but like as compared to some venues, yes, it is like royalty. I mean, there's some venues where you climb up basically attic stairs and load in. But yeah, like to play those shows and to play in front of a large crowd is something that you don't really ever forget, and it's something that a lot of these bands look forward to, and a lot of them love playing festivals like that. But not only that, but like just touring in general. Like our last tour was with the Veer Union, and we did East Coast tour with them, and it's such a great experience. It's taxing mentally and physically for sure. And there are bands that do it year round, and I have no idea how they do it. I have no idea. However, it is so rewarding, and these guys can tell you. I mean, we absolutely loved it. We're so excited to get back out on the road.
No, there's nothing like it. I mean, there's that hour a night or whatever it is that you're on stage there's nothing you can say to explain it. Every night that one little bit of the day is like heaven. And there's the other 23 hours a day. There's definitely crap. The travel from this city to the next city, or the time away from the family, but the good far exceeds the bad, and in that case.
Gio, how about you?
I always think back to I would say Rockfest, Wisconsin, for example. So me and Johnny decided, you know what, screw it. We're going to stay awake the whole time, and we're going to drive to Wisconsin tonight. So we're pounding, like Rain Energy drink just came out at the time, and we're drinking like 3 of them, like having heart palpitations. And we make it there. This old guy's there that is leading us to backstage. I'm driving, bury the bus in mud. And it's like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, oh, we'll get 2 hours of sleep. Sweet. So if we spent those 2 hours digging the bus out, and you're pissed off the whole time, you're mad, but you get to look forward to, you get to play. So like, there's a lot of bad stuff that you don't see, but it's completely worth it. Like in the end, like we played 3 times that day.
So,
wow.
The funny part about that story is where that guy parked us.
Wasn't there. We weren't supposed to be there.
He woke us up 2 hours later because I think like Rob Zombie was trying to get in the back. And
you guys are keeping Rob Zombie back.
Like in the way. Like he was not. The guy that led us there was not supposed to be. Like that wasn't his job.
Well,
but, yeah.
I just think about like how mad I was that whole day. Like I was tired. We were hungry. And then, we watched POD side stage after we played.
Oh, I
the
love POD.
Craziest show. I like those guys are phenomenal.
They were amazing.
And I'm like exhausted. I go back and lay in the bus. I'm like, I'm going to sleep. While I'm laying down, like Rob Zombie's playing main stage. And that's like how I fall asleep. So it's just like a crazy feeling.
I can't beat that.
And not to mention like the bus being buried. Then we had the trailer jackknifed trying to get out this little skinny back entrance that the bus barely would fit through.
Yeah, 12 guys picking a trailer up full of gear.
We finally got out to where we were in the way of Rob Zombie, but
you can't get enough of that.
We got like an hour and a half of sleep before we were up for the day, and we played 4 sets at Rockfest that day.
It was 4.
It was brutal. Wow. It was supposed to be 5, but it was really, really crappy weather. It was like storming early on, so they had to like shift a bunch of the schedule around.
Yeah.
It's a good idea for a future music video to get a guy dressed up as Rob Zombie and like your truck blocking. He's like, yo, who the hell's in the way? And like the door opens up and you're like, never wake. And you guys just start getting into a tune. Got a little video idea for you.
I hope one day I get to tell him how disgusted I was that day.
You should. God damn it, you should. He had a lot of nerve.
He'll be like, I wanted a half hour of sleep. I got none.
Yeah,
goddamn Rob Zombie.
Hey, Rob, you owe me 4 hours of sleep.
And you were playing when I was trying to sleep.
Manson.
Yeah, exactly.
Lydia Manson in the house. Some great fans out there. Lydia's a great horror actress, and she's here checking the band out as well. You guys,
what's up, Lydia?
Yeah, there you go.
Big horror fan.
She's awesome. We like the horror actresses here. We get them. They're
She's
amazing.
always our Halloween special, but
and our backup, yeah. So
awesome.
So like you guys got like this look, like it just feels rock star. It sounds like rock star, and a lot of the guests we get on like, I'm not a rock star. Listen, in my opinion, you get on stage, you write songs, you play songs, you're a goddamn rock star. Do you get that feeling, or you're like, hey man, like we're making it, like we're stars here, or does it really sink into you?
It's hard to feel like a rock star sometimes, but I mean, when you're on stage, like you're like, yeah, this is the shit.
Yeah.
but other times, I mean, yeah, it's, sometimes it's just like, it's a lot of in between, and just, you're taking care of stuff. You feel like, I always like to say, you feel like a business manager sometimes, because you have to nowadays you have to run your band or like a business, and, even more with social media, and you always have to be on 9 different platforms and whatever. But after all that's aside,
some of them are down there, folks, by the way.
yeah, some of them are down there. Yeah. It's just, and now there's a new one, and we have to join that one. So I don't know who's taking care of that.
What is it?
Never mind. We're not even.
All right, I'm good. I got rid of Facebook. I'll start another one.
It rhymes with Threads.
Like, what is happening? I don't even know.
TikTok too.
It rhymes with Threads.
It's like every single person has to have their own like production company now, and like you have to have different content for all of these different places, and post at different times. And it's, dude, remember when we started this and it wasn't like that, and we didn't have to do that? You
can almost go back to where I was saying, like, that 1 hour of night is awesome, and it's the same thing was like the looking at it as like playing the part of the rock star for that 1 hour a night. It's easy, but the rest of it, it's
sucks.
A job, man.
You hear it.
I mean, it's not so much like the playing is like, the job part, or like learning the music. That's the fun part, obviously. Like, and we would love for that to just be the whole thing. But anymore, bands just can't get away with just doing music. It just doesn't work that way. But definitely when you're up on stage, that's that feeling. That's that euphoric feeling that you get. And that's when it actually reflects like being a rock star and, feeling amazing. And that's a lot of the drive too, is just being up there and doing that. And man, I can't. Now I'm getting antsy. I want
to party. I hear you though, but does that keep you grounded and just dealing with the business end? Because there's so much, as we said, there's so many platforms and different things that you have to do. Do you think you have enough time for the creativity, or like would you want more of a team to handle the business side of that?
Like Joel and I.
Yeah,
I will tell you honestly.
Are you guys free?
No, we're definitely free. We do everything free. Money means nothing. No, money means nothing.
Well, you're in luck.
If we had the funds rolling in for people to manage like social media, I would literally just like hand them the cash and be like, take care of our socials. I don't mind talking to people, like actually talking to fans and interacting and engaging with fans. It's just all of the planning that goes into all this stuff. And
it's tough.
It is so tough. And I'm in media. Like on the side, that's what I do. I do photography, videography, and all that graphics and stuff. So I'm always doing that stuff. It's just time consuming, and it does impede on your creativity sometimes. And sometimes you just want to be like, you want to take it back to the days where you're like, scrolling MySpace and you see,
right? Oh God, I miss it.
You see one of your favorite bands or something, and then you're like, man, like I want to do that, or I want to be a rock star, and you start writing music again, and that feeling is what it was like to when you really started the band, and you're just like, it's tough. It's tough because like you like engaging with people, but at the same time, another social network, another one that you have to manage. And, we eventually got to the point where we split it up into all three, like all three of us manage a different piece. I'll manage the TikTok, George manages our Instagram, and Justin does our Facebook and stuff like that. And got to keep it on schedule like a business. But when you hit the stage, that's when it's all worth it.
So I'm not trying to be a closed-minded guy, but George has the best job at Instagram because there's millions of Instagram influencers who love to wear bikinis, etc., all over their page.
I don't know what you're talking about. I only look at dudes on there.
I have to see Jeff's searches on our show page, so that's enough. That's all I got to say.
Yeah,
It was embarrassing.
But Jeff's family man,
food.
let's go. Yeah,
Puppies, food. I agree. I feel
Music.
that. But and like I said, it is tough, but it's cool that you all like break it up, and it's cool that you guys have that communication because I always joke around now. You hear big bands like Kiss and Aerosmith. I'm like, you know what? Our band is our business. I don't have to be your friend, and they don't get together. They don't hang out together. It's gonna be kind of tough, and I'm sure you guys being in different cities feel the same way. But seriously, and not to put any of the three is on the spot, but how much do you have to really like each other? Like, you gotta like each other. You gotta like your ideas to put it all together.
Oh yeah. I mean, no, like I would say that's the most fundamental part, and that's the first thing that happens whenever you're joining a group or having like people, dudes in bikinis. Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but that's our next album actually. But yeah, like you have to like each other. That's the first thing whenever you like have a band member or something. If you don't like each other, then that's when it becomes a job, and it's hard to like, I got to get to practice, or like I've got to set aside time. You have to be friends. You have to be friends, because if you're not friends, then it doesn't reflect in the music, and it doesn't reflect on stage.
Yeah.
And not to cut anybody off, and we'll let Justin answer afterwards, and we'll go around the board with this. Who likes Gene Simmons anyway? He's kind of a dick. So,
Never heard of her. Just kidding.
Right. So we'll kick it out to you guys too. Like Justin, like how does it like the brotherhood, the unity, like how does it feel?
I mean, to me, in my opinion, yeah, it's absolutely key. Like there are those guys, like you were talking about, who are like, once they walk off stage and they all get in separate airplanes and go, like they don't care. But I mean, maybe it's easier to be like that when they've sold 10 gajillion records and all that. But no, I mean, especially where we're at, I think you have to be, you have to get along great and be tight. And I mean, I've been in band situations where there was, a guy or two that made it not so easy, for things to go to, not so easy to get along with. And it's impossible. It doesn't work out. And I love these two guys like brothers. So it's been awesome since I joined Neverwake. We all get along good. I mean, I'd contemplated giving up live music before joining Neverwake, because I'd had like a couple of bad situations in a row, and I got to the point where I was like, fuck it, I'm going to keep a couple guitars and just play at home, but I'm not doing this no more. Wow. And I was getting in with the right group of guys that made it worth it again.
And make us cry again.
I know, right? And I got to know Gio's answer, because he's like, these assholes stuck me in a cave tonight to do this webcast.
Yeah, this thing sucks. It's cold.
Are you watching? Are you still watching?
I think it's absolutely crucial, though. I mean, you have to get along, and you have to get along well, because the second you're on tour with 5 people, 4 people, you're going to find out like things you didn't find out before.
Yeah,
and
I'm sure.
No matter, I don't care what you say, no matter who you're with for weeks on end, you're going to get annoyed at some point. And it's nothing personal. I mean, you guys will hug it out and be fine, but you have to really like each other to be able to do that continuously.
Yeah. I agree. I never understood how bands can't get along, because you have to discuss every avenue, like I said, from social media to songs to performances to album covers to names, like everything. There's so much involved.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and when you're on tour, you have a 10-foot area to be together.
Yeah, right.
I mean, you either just don't speak or you fix problems real quick.
Our new album's called "I Hate Johnny." Like that doesn't work for us. No offense, doesn't work for us.
So what do you guys got coming up next? You have this single. What can we expect from the future? Do you have anything planned for the rest of the year?
Well, since I've been moving, I can't play the guitar anymore, but I can show you how to paint a wall and how
Excellent.
crown molding and wainscoting. But
wainscoting looks great. Just saying.
Yeah. Not gonna be doing music anymore, but we are gonna be doing house renovations. Never.
Oh, damn it!
Over here.
There goes that. You guys can sing and bring instruments to your painting job. It's Rockstar Painting, right? See, you've got something here.
We need a new house band, so you guys are more than welcome to join the family.
Yeah. You need to rock out. We'll rock out. You need new, I don't know, new chair rails. We'll install them for you too. So. No, but seriously, I mean, I have been moving, so I just got settled into my area, and George is getting moved, and Justin had surgery not too long ago, so we had to take a little bit of a break after we released Rebel Yell. But that's not to mean that we don't have anything coming up, because we have at least like 3 songs that are ready to go.
Artists always do, man. It's amazing how you guys always have music somewhere.
We have the folder of music that we have just like sitting there.
People ask me all the time, like, so you guys working on new music? I'm like, there's always new music being worked on. It's like that.
We could probably release for like several years without doing anything.
Yeah, seriously, we have so much content backed up just sitting there that it's just about the timing and getting it out there. So the last thing, I have to share this story because I don't know how much time we have, but I have to share this story.
We actually have as much time as you want, as long as you guys are cool, because we've got audience questions coming out and everything. So keep rolling. I'm having a blast here.
So we obviously, like, all the albums that we did were like done in a studio, and Rebel Yell was the first one that we did without a studio. We did it all at home, and and I mixed and produced it. So I lived in an apartment for the last 2 years in not so good of an area, and I'm recording
Philadelphia. Okay.
I'm recording vocals for these upcoming songs, and I can't sing in my apartment because I literally have somebody below me, and they're gonna be like, "Why is this guy? Is somebody dying up there? Like somebody's screaming."
Yelling.
So I have to get in my car. The songs that you'll hear, one of our next songs that you'll hear, I did a lot of the vocals in a car.
Oh, baby. That's a story right there. That's amazing.
So, but remember I said I don't live in the best area at the time. So a lot of times I would have to go to empty parking lots and park my car, and I'm sitting there and I'm making sure that nobody's around me, and I'm screaming into like a microphone, singing into a microphone. Well, every so often another car would roll up and they'd sit there just like wait, and I swear it's just a drug dealer waiting to sell me something. They think I'm sitting there,
and you're screaming in your car. You probably think you're on something already, so you're a perfect target.
I was getting so mad, and honestly, I can attribute it. It probably helped me with my screaming because, like, I was actually getting mad, and I was
actually angry.
Get away! So, and actually, if you check out our TikTok, I actually have I did take I recorded one of the screaming things that I did, and then I turned it into a song. It's pretty funny. It's because I was in the parking lot of a Bob Evans at the time.
Shameless plug.
Bob Evans.
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
Who the fuck buys drugs at Bob Evans?
Who doesn't buy drugs at Bob Evans?
I was like, why do your clients come here? Like, why are you selling drugs to people?
I'll be honest, I thought that's what Bob Evans was.
something.
He's down on a farm, all right, growing lots of grass.
I think you go to Bob Evans for a different kind of hash. It's hash brown. So I don't know why, I'm sitting there and people think like, hey, this guy might want to buy. Anyway, so some of the songs that upcoming that you'll hear, yes, just keep in mind, be like, oh wow, like this was done in the parking lot of a Bob Evans. It's crazy. Technology's crazy, and it's so wild that we can do that now and actually put it out there and get. It sounds fantastic. It sounds really good the way it is now. But now that I am moved, I have a lot more freedom to sing, and I have my own studio that I'm setting up, and I'm hopefully we're gonna be churning out a lot more music faster. But yeah, I would say within the next couple of months you'll hear another song from us. Maybe it's the one from Bob Evans. I don't know.
Definitely excited for you. Well, the Humpty Dance, he got busy in a Burger King bathroom. You guys sang in a Bob Evans parking lot. That's how music's made.
That is wild. Like today, just like I just hear you guys' songs or hear our other artists' songs. I'm like, oh, I just did this in my bedroom. What? Like this sounds like so professional. I mean, it is crazy what you can do. Just differently.
Yeah, he had all the drums set up in the back seat of his car.
Wow, like that's incredible, though. That really is.
I'll tell you what. So honestly, and it's funny because like I'll see on social media, on TikTok or whatever, I'll see a lot of people who post these pictures of this interface right here, this Focusrite Scarlett, and they'll say,
I see that a lot because I always look for stuff.
They're like, if you see this in their bedroom, walk away now because they're like a rapper trying to be somebody. This thing is amazing. Okay? No, this interface is amazing, and it's so crazy how technology has evolved. And going from being in his studio and being like, can you run Pro Tools HD externally on that thing? And they're like, yeah, whatever. To now where we can all run it on this thing, and it's nuts how far we've come and what you're able to do in a car on a 24-bit interface like this. So I just think it's so funny how crazy and how fast things are moving, but it's to our advantage too, because once we get into predicaments like not being able to record in an apartment or in situations, we can pick up and move and do what we got to do.
Right.
Yeah,
we appreciate how hard bands had it back in the day.
Yeah. And even like when COVID came around, I used to see videos from bigger bands like Everclear used to do 4 different stations like this, and they would play a song. And I'm like, how in the hell do they nail that like over the web? But it was perfect. But now you see like the technology is really improving. Except for Gio, who's in his kid's bedroom. Other than that, and he's still delivering it. Yeah, you're still bringing it.
I'm actually using a Kia Sarah.
That makes it that much more impressive. And it's funny because, like, I see Rain in our audience. She's a drummer. Her band Burden of Guilt is sensational. Now, you say you got all the drums in the back seat. How the hell do you play drums in the back seat of a car?
Was that a joke?
I was joking.
Okay.
I was going to say, okay. I'm like, what? No way. Is that part? Okay.
Challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted, right? I mean, that's,
Just get one of your kids' toy drum sets. And there's little
that would be actually entertaining to do that.
Tiny desk concert.
Tiny desk. No, it was, I was confined to, I was just doing vocals on the car. I didn't luckily have to play the guitar in there because you would have seen the headstock out the window. Whatever. And guitar work takes arguably a longer time, especially if you're like, I'm a perfectionist. I wouldn't say I'm a perfectionist. I have a problem. And if it's not perfect to how I hear it, I'm doing it again and doing it again. So I would be in the car a long time if I did that.
Drumming. See?
Yeah.
New ideas are branching out, etc.
Oh, that has to hurt your ears, though.
After a while, you get used to it.
You just stop hearing everything.
Right. Well, the difference, Joel, between me and you doing it these are professional musicians. When they sing in their car, it's a little more harmony and good
Professionally
sound.
deaf.
Trying to protect
Right. So, I mean, again, we talk about whoever's in PA. I forget which one's which. How about the Yingling Lager for the guys from Pittsburgh? Shout out to Yingling. Shout out to Yingling, of course, one of my favorites. But like I said, we mentioned Victoria Fire, and the Pennsylvania music scene is getting huge with rock and metal and all up in like Mechanicsburg, etc. So we would love to just try and catch up with you guys. Hopefully you come to this area somewhere, Philly, etc. We'd love to come out and see you guys. It's just electric. The audience out there can find this incredible band, Neverwake. Facebook is at Neverwake, Instagram, Neverwake Music. The website is www.neverwakemusic.com. They got a merchandise store. Check it out. Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. There's no reason on earth why you should not be listening to this fucking band. Do it. They're awesome.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for being here. Really
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Hype guy, we're gonna hire you.
Oh, man, I'm in it, dude. Everybody says you hype it, but you know what though? I believe in it and I love it. What you guys are doing is sensational, and I get mad at people that are like, "Oh, listen to this new album." I'm like, "Get this the hell out of here! Listen to this," and it's you guys. You know, I played you guys, and every day when I get ready, because Tuesdays and Wednesdays, like show days, mean a lot to me. So the whole day on the ride up and on the ride back from work, Neverwake the entire time, all over my music. Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Well,
and if you do need a social media person, I mean, Jeff's your dude. He is like social media mogul over there.
Well, if we get an influx of cash, we'll be calling you.
He's pretty cheap, so I don't know.
So,
He's very cheap. And, I mean, the only disadvantage is now I'm married. If I wasn't married, I'd say throw some girl at me to make out while I'm typing, and I'm your guy.
24/7.
24. So he never shuts himself off. He is a cheap
He's
date,
a never
too,
awake. He's a sleepwalker. That's what
I am asleep. Yeah. Oh my God. Thank you, Jewel. Get into that a little bit. Jewel, ask away. The Sleepwalkers. Like, how did you come up with this awesome fan name?
page, right?
Yeah,
And
so
then
that's your.
the album and everything. That's
honestly, so when we first came up with that name, I mean, that was the inception of the band. So we are. Thank you very much, Rosie.
Thank you.
We were sitting around the table and we're like, right now, we were listening to our ideas that we were creating. And somebody had said, like, it's almost like a nightmare or something like that. And they were like, it's like a dream or something like that. And this certain song we were listening to, and Neverwake came up, and we were like, Neverwake, we really like it. And at the time, we were actually pretty proud of the name, because at the time, that's when all these other bands were coming out, like Asking Alexandria and The Devil Wears Prada, and like all these weird long names and stuff. And we were like, no, let's keep it with something like small, like one word. And arguably, like when we did it, people were like, is this Swedish metal? Because it sounds like Nightwish or something. I don't know. Or Wishmaster. I don't know. But we were just like, no, Neverwake, that sounds cool. And we stuck with it, and we just liked it. And somebody was like, you should call your fans Sleepwalkers. And we were like, we should call our fans Sleepwalkers. That'd be really cool. Yep. So it kind of stuck, and people love it. We got some fans with tattoos and stuff, and it's just been it's really cool. It's a lot of fun. This whole journey, it's a part of our lives, whether we like it or not, forever. So
it's very cool.
I like it.
Yeah. It's very cool. And like I said, we can't thank you guys enough for coming on here. And a lot of people are like, what's it like? And after they do it, you're like, no, it's pretty freaking awesome. And we see Rosie, and she's giving you guys a lot of praise. Rosie actually does PR in Arizona for a band called Hollywood Gods and Monsters. And they're a smash-up band. So they take songs and smash them up together, and it's sensational. And maybe someday, bring it right in the middle, Rosie. Let's make it happen.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
what would Rebel Yell go with? I'm trying to think, like a hip hop song.
I know. Well,
I don't even know.
We'll get it.
I'll think about that.
We would love to invite you guys back. See, you got new stuff coming out. We'd love to invite you back. We had such a great time. And like I said, we went way past the time, and I almost didn't want to let you go, even though Gio looks a little uncomfortable in his kid's bunk bed watching
It's kind of
SpongeBob.
sliding around.
But that's metal, dude. That's what rock is all about. So once again, we want to thank you guys very much. Again, find Neverwake on Facebook, Instagram, Neverwake Music. The website is www.neverwakemusic.com. Great merchandise as well. Check them out. Download the music. Guys, thank you so much. Johnny, Justin, Gio from Neverwake. Thank you a million times over.
Jeff
Thank
and
you.
Jules, thank you guys so much.
Have a great night, guys.
You too.
Thank you.
See you guys.
See ya. Just at Jewel, man, I tell you, the beauty of it is when it comes, and JD Wolf has always said it too, metal people are some of the coolest people you ever meet. And, it's like rock, metal. The personality and the character of these guys, not only are they great musicians, but they're fun and they're funny and it's entertaining.
And family men, and you just appreciate it that much more that they can create such great music and have their own things going and just bringing it together. A lot of it, time, funding, like they said, time away from the family. So it's just insane how these groups come together. We just enjoy having these amazing artists on and showing their music off, because that's what we like to do here, and just be another platform for these great artists and bands to be heard.
I agree, and we do love that, and it's part of the drive. And we look now as we're heading to, and I keep saying this, I keep throwing it, and that's fine. We're heading towards 6 years of the O Show. Wow. And again, I remember sitting in that booth, and it was Jewel that said, because I'm like, yeah, let's get movie stars. And Jewel's like, that's great. I also want to do local music, local or independent bands. She's like, this is where the pulse is. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. I was so platonically in love with Jewel at that moment. I'm like, this girl absolutely gets it. Oh, you guys, are you kidding me? Thank you for coming on. Sensational. Like, so damn good. Still undefeated. Thank you, JD Wolf. We always say we're episode 250. We're 250 and 0 with awesome guests and people.
Knock on wood. Never miss.
We're updating pictures soon. Brent wants to take your picture. Brent is a great photographer, does great video work. So Neverwake, when you come down to Philly and play with some of our friends here in some of these bands, Brent's going to shoot some great photos. And
absolutely. And I was so excited for Saturday. I'm like, see all these great bands, about the bands. We'll get new pictures. Like me and Jeff in our Yo Show gear. Yeah, didn't happen. I'm so happy you went and supported, represented, hosted.
Yes, thank you, Jewel. That's actually a dynamite drop. And before we play another song from Neverwake, this past weekend was something pretty special. And what we try to drive home, of course, is PA music and the young artist and etc. And yes, I got to be the MC at this awesome Battle of the Bands in Norristown, Pennsylvania, run by the guys at SRR Promotions, John Simons, of course, who's been in the Philly music scene pretty much his whole life, has put together a great team of promotion, and they did this Battle of the Bands, 6 bands. And I got to tell you, the margin of victory is like 1% point for everybody down the line.
Oh,
Jewel, it was so tight because there was great bands in the house. Strange Culture, the Grimjacks, Refrigerator Band ended up winning this thing. And some of the bands are so great that I can't mention their names because I want to have them on the show. And, people like to put their ear on our show and take the same acts.
Yeah.
So we'll wait. But congratulations to Refrigerator Band for winning that amazing contest. And Jewel took me by surprise. And here's something I got to learn. When you're the MC, don't speculate anything. I'm like, wow, what a shock. The winner is. I'm like, oh, God, I can't believe I just said that. Because it wasn't a shock. Because you know why Refrigerator Band, and Brent, you said it, had to wear a wig and say I was you. Okay, that's funny. Oh, God. Thank you. Brent does take amazing.
I appreciate it.
Does take amazing photos. Thank you, Rena. I
know.
love the pictures.
Oh
Pictures that he took of you and Josh just blow me away. But Refrigerator Band. And now I've got another great ear. Jules' ear is great. Brent is there too, because these guys came out and played saxophone. And Brent said, yeah, everybody loves the saxophone. The saxophone wins this contest. I'm like, you kidding? They're first. Like, that's hard. Man. He's like, dude, nothing can take the place of a dude playing a saxophone. They're going to win. And Brent nailed it. He got it. He picked the winner.
Saxophone done right. I mean, look at Clarence Clemens.
There's actually, I got to share this little picture. I had a video of it, but it didn't really do them justice. But there's a great picture of me presenting them with the award. There it is at the bottom. I know that's me and the whole gang. That's the gang from SRR Promotions. John Simons, of course, and the Drowning Fish Studio. And oh my God, just awesome. This is me. This is Refrigerator Band. That's me on the end of my jacket that Jewel loves. And they got this little plaque for coming in first. We're going to get recording studio time at a professional studio. Just amazing, Jewel.
No, that's so cool. And, just a great thing just to have these bands being showcased. And yeah, I believe in all these bands, and everyone that we've had on has been exceptional. So yeah, it's just nice to see them about town and doing great events like this.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. And of course, Burn the Guilt, we don't forget you. We'd love to get you guys in Philly. And, we're talking to a PR person or two that we know. May not be like this gigantic thousands of people venue, but there's a couple spots around here in Philly that could definitely use more great music. And like the hashtag says, man, make PA music great. Because we were talking, me and the guys who were promoting it, about how great the Philly and the counties and the PA music scene has always been. Let's keep it rolling.
Right? Philly radio.
Philly radio.
Hashtag listen to be heard.
Listen to be heard. I love it. Your hashtags are better than me. You always laugh at my hashtags. I'm sorry. But I mean, make PA music great. I hate you. I hate you so much. I've never love-hated somebody. I've never love-hated somebody so much in my life. Let's play some Never Wake. We got another one. This one is Within the Hands. I listened to them all. I'm like, okay, this is show material. And I want everybody to get into this one. Within the Hands.
Mute this time and not sing. So
yeah, not be pouring your drink and cracking open bottles and all that good stuff.
Open a beer.
Having a beer. But Never Wake. This is a longer from longer ago, but this song is freaking great. Within the Hands. Turn it up, download it, love it. Tonight's guest, Never Wake. One more here on the Yo Show. We'll be back in about 4 minutes. You're watching the Yo Show live with Jeff and Jewel. And Jewel doesn't notice yet. We're going a little later because we missed the last couple of weeks. So settle in, Jewel.
It's all right. I'm here for the long run.
Love you. Here is Never Wake.
My thoughts are restless. My days are numb.
Oh my God. Like, oh my God. And no disrespect to any band who has ever been on here. Holy shit. Joel, what a freaking song. Never Wake is the band. And wow, I'm blown away. Joel, talk me off the ledge, man. You know how I get.
No, they're unbelievable. And I'm just so glad that we got to have just another amazing band on. And I mean, you could see why.
Yeah, you feel it. And I like the friendship thing. I like the bond. I like the way they kind of interact, etc. Rain Sparkles, if you're out there still, I want to send you a message of you know who loves you, girl. Feel better. We got you. All is good. Rain and Kinsey, two of my favorites.
Good.
Love you guys.
Good. We all good?
Yeah. We're good. We're going to be good.
Okay.
Rosie, thank you again as well. Rain, we love you. We love you and Kinsey. We love the unity. And again, when you guys, when Jewel can get to us, I understand Jewel's schedule gets so tough between work and being a mom and all that. Feel it. But trust me, this is the girl that is going to change your life because she's changed mine. Jewel, I'm back to the crying stage. You have changed my freaking life with your approach and your love for this and the way that we interact and the way people take to us. And it's not fake. There's no algorithm, fake me, this, that, and the other thing. It's legit what you see here. Our relationship is legit. When we get together, which is, it's hard for us to get together. When we do, it's the same kind of fun, man. We laugh. I do stupid things to get her attention because I'm a Jewel fan. I'm a fan of freaking Jewel. And it's funny, like last night I said to my wife, like, I can't wait to get back just to talk to Jewel. And she's like, dude, you're like a Jewel groupie. I am, man. I adore you.
It's so weird when we don't have shows, especially for, I mean, this is a long time. This is like a straight up hiatus for us. Like, not to have the show for 3 weeks. Like, this is my like therapy session. So yeah, I miss you. I miss the show and I miss our music. So yeah, so happy to be back. And this summer has just been jam-packed with amazing artists, and you've been on the grind. You have done the legwork and you promote the shit out of these bands. So it's all you, dude. And yeah, and we just need to stick to the course, and people respect good content, and we have our amazing fan base who are loyal. So we appreciate every one of you.
We really do. All you're great is, like it says, we approach 6 years, and I got a banner for it here. I want to talk a little bit about it too because it's going to be insane. It is August 15th. God, girl, like, you have an age a day. I got older than dirt. Heart surgeries, gray beard. Like, I've become a nightmare since. 6 years, August 15th, ladies and gentlemen. Get ready. Get in here. We'll probably be dressed up nice, and Drew always wears a pretty dress. And even though we were doing the numbers thing, but I just want to do 6 years so bad. Like, I love monument spots. And it's going to be 6 years. And it is a huge deal. And our guest is going to be the sensational band who's played at Love Drafts, and I missed that show, long story, Modern Mimes. And the people from Modern Mimes like, dude, we're like really flattered to be part of your 6 year. I'm like, it just kind of landed that way.
We need to do this together. I feel like we can't be in like separate spaces. Let's make it happen when we're together.
That's You want to sit on Santa's lap and tell him what you want for Christmas right here. I love when you cringe like I'm the nastiest man on earth. I do like that.
I'm just saying we should do it together. Like,
usually that's how people do it. Together. Let me cut off real quick. Now, there's a reason why. Because how did I know you would jump in?
Rain, help me.
No, Rain would be cheering me on, right? Yeah, all right. Thank you, Rain. I love you. Anyway, June 15th, Modern Mimes, sensational band. Jewel and I celebrate 6 years. Dude, I've been going through the shows, because like I said, I'm going to do the scroll again with every person who's ever been on. I've been going through the names and the views and the times. I'm like,
Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Jeff will go on for 2 hours naming every single guest.
I'm doing it. We're definitely doing it. Yeah. It's happening again.
You're splitting it and giving me half because you can't.
Okay. We'll do that, but I'm definitely doing it again because you challenged me last time.
I know. Well, you had the scroll going. I think that was amazing. So if you need help compiling the scroll, I will do that with you.
This is the girl that doesn't even want to put up her own music songs and banners. Her top 5 in banners. Yours is all fancy. You have access to everything I have access to.
I can do that myself.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I thought you only had it. He has control. He's like the Wizard of Oz over here.
No,
like,
wait. I'm gonna look
on the curtain.
I'm gonna.
I
Wow. I'm gonna look at it after because I'm pretty sure that you're listed as a host on the site.
What's this? Co-host.
No. Co-host. We're both co-hosts. We co-host together. God, what is in with you? Where's Cassie? If I want a woman to bitch at me all night, I tell her not to go down the shore. Sweet Jesus. Wow. Oh, by the way, that's where I meant to get to.
Up for themselves. Labeled as bitches.
Oh, I love my bitches. I love all my bitches. I do. Use my bitches. So I get the feeling Never Wake didn't know they can curse because I cursed twice and they laughed hysterically. Tonight. Thank you. We have derailed. But my wife came on, gave us a yo and all that. I'm like, yeah, there's my wife, Cassie. Hello, Cassie. JD said it. Jules said it. I told you to be safe. I get a text that says, wow, no shout out?
Who?
Cassie. Shout out to Cassie. Again.
I'm trying to wake you up, girl.
Straight girl.
She probably fell asleep on the way to the shore. Down the shore.
Down the shore. Speaking of girl and snapping my fingers.
Please don't do that.
Wow. I did it to lead into a story, though. Britney Spears is back, ladies and gentlemen. A brand new song called Mind Your Business that she co-worked on, with will.i.am from Black Eyed Peas. Jewel, the return of Britney. I have not heard the song yet. How excited are you?
I just hope it's better than the first one she did with him. I was not a fan of that. Scream and shout. And then I love Britney. I love her music, but that was not. And I like Black Eyed Peas. I like will.i.am for the most part. When it's not, tonight's gonna be a good. If I hear that song ever again in my life, I'm just gonna throw the speaker out the window.
I kind of love that song.
Everyone does. Don't stop believing. Just stop playing it.
Definitely stop it. Don't stop believing. You know what? Next time we're at like Murphy's or something, I'm going to request my good man, Tony Mitchell, the DJ, to play it. And you're going to get down to it. I know you will. I'm not going to say that. You're going to be
no,
like...
I will not. I will sulk in the corner. Be like, tonight's not going to be a good night.
Tonight, every night's a good night at Murphy's. Except that night at Wing Bowl, because I don't know what happened with the audio, and I don't know what happened with Jewel, and man, whatever, train wreck.
I look at videos from that night, I'm like, wow. That happened. And it was recorded.
Yeah, we chased it to the bathroom, which we missed. But if you go to YouTube and look at some of the videos, we chased Jewel to the bathroom, did not get inside. So you won't see Jewel peeing. Sorry.
Nope. You saw a lot of other stuff, though. Well,
you should. Yeah. You know what's funny? After all that, Sean, the manager of Murphy's, said, you guys got to come out, do your show, and get us some acoustic acts. Now, we know we got a lot of great bands here. They don't really have like a set stage, but we'd love to have anybody come out and play at Murphy's. Like they want to do a Saturday night music thing. Why not?
What about like Ray, Mike Nappy?
I love Mike Nappy.
Where are these guys?
Did you see the Mike Nappy video where he played at some, like, it was like some kind of opera house or something? He's like, that's cool. Nobody came. I'm still playing. He played to like 2 people. Like, you people are nuts. Mike Nappy's like sensational.
He is like a true artist.
Yeah, I'd love that. Like, I want to have like that
show. Let's go.
Yeah, that show got me so stoked for everything this past Saturday. Like, I want all them bands and Burden of Guilt and like all the. And I want Never Wake to come. And I want Victoria Fire to come. Victoria Fire messaged me. He's like, dude, what's good in Philly? We need to play out there. I'm like,
oh
my
God.
Dying.
Those guys.
Because I have a very professionalized and respectful crush on Caitlin. I love her. I love Caitlin. I love that band. They're so cool. Very cool dudes and very supportive. And I said, Kaleido started following me on Instagram and like, we're sharing some words. Those dudes party. Greatest birthday ever. No offense to anybody who's ever done my birthday.
I freaking love Christina so much.
Oh, dude. Sensational.
She's like amazing.
It looks like Jules got a little girl crush.
She's like literally, she's one of my favorite voices.
I agree. And she sung Happy Birthday, and Alex sung Happy Birthday. I love Alex too.
Yeah.
And Misha John, like, Jesus, man. And
Misha Johnson sang to you in Swedish.
Swedish. We do great things
is a
here.
Woman that does not age. Holy shit. She
Right?
looks amazing. She looks so amazing. Like, I just want to do whatever she does. And I always remember she said she drinks like a shit ton of coffee every day. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, so I'm here drinking like pots of coffee. And like, why don't I look like Misha?
I'm on my 8th cup of the day. I don't. Nobody.
Stop moving. I will.
Nobody looks like
Misha
Misha.
Johnson.
What a. She is like a female version of a stud.
She looks like Megan Fox wants to look like.
Dude, speaking of which, hold that thought for a second. First of all, I'm going to give
Don't
props.
put up that picture of.
Okay, because I was going to do that, and I got to ask you about that. So thank you to Christina Marie. Dude, we got a thumbs up from, catch this, Wicked Garden, the ultimate Stone Temple Pilots tribute, who I saw at Sweeney's Jewel. If you like Stone Temple Pilots, Wicked Garden is sensational. And they gave us a like. They checked us out tonight, as did Margaret Russell. Oh, Meg Russell. I love you, Meg Russell. I always refer. And Josh Shapaka gave us the heart. Excellent. Joel, say something. You were about to say something. I cut you off with my big mouth.
Oh, that was probably my cousin. And I had some sweets by rye saved for you that I was going to give to you that night. But then I ate them because...
Oh, my God. Because you can't keep them down. The reason why, ladies and gentlemen, Sweets by Rye, and I think I accidentally took down the banner. Sweets by Rye. You can find it on Instagram. It's Sweets, B-I-R-I. Sweets by Rye. You can find them on Instagram and place an order for some of the absolute best homemade cookies out there. It's a relative of Jules, so you know the Tatey family is so talented in so many ways, and they do so many things so great. And I'm not just saying it because you're sitting next to me. I would say that to your face.
I have a very talented family.
You really do, and you guys, between your paintings and your pictures and your knowledge and just everything. So this Sweets by Rye, again, you can find them on Instagram. I lost the banner. Oh, there it is right there. Boop. Follow Sweets by Rye on Instagram. Please do it. Order some cookies. They will ship. I still got to get my cookies. I'm trying to hold back from cookies.
Yeah, we'll try to ship. But let me just tell you, it was her sister's baby shower, and they were the favors. They were the best favors ever. And I tried to hang on. I'm like, I'm going to give them to Jeff. And then I didn't see you, so I wanted the cookies.
I got to tell you what. Strange Culture, the Grim Jacks, Refrigerator Band, Hypnotizer. Who else was there? I forget the. Oh, sorry guys. I forgot the. Oh, the 420.
Oh, yeah,
the 424 and God, what's the name of the last band? I feel horrible. Ben Sung. I got them all without looking. Ben Sung. I loved all 6 of you guys, but I think I'd rather have cookies.
They were a great consolation prize for not seeing the bands. But we'll get them to you, Jeff. Just put in an order. Just place an order.
I will. I'm absolutely will. I'm sorry. I'm getting sent pictures because my man George Pal is hanging out with one of our Yo Show Wednesday night guest co-hosts, Angela Marie. There's George and Angela hanging out right here in Bucks. And she's like, next time he's on the show, I'm not saying that. I am not saying that. But, yeah, George has been in town for a while. He's going to spend a little time in town.
Oh, nice.
And I know, Taylor Acorn, I know you're out there watching. You got to bring them guys back. What a show. What a tour.
I need to hang out with you guys. Let's make it happen this weekend.
I'm ready whenever you're. Don't sit because Brent's going to say something smart and he's going to get stuck.
I know.
But he loves you like we all do. Like I said, and I say it, when you're Yo Show, except for one person who decided to disown the family, when you're Yo Show family, man. You're for life. Like Never Wake, they're like our brothers. They're coming down for Christmas this year. We're all going to have turkey and stuffing.
Right? Wouldn't that be amazing? Night before the chaos.
That would be I'm seeing it. Everybody's seeing it. Everybody's like loving it, eating it up. It's too cute. It really is. Meanwhile, Hannah's just like hiding.
She just got sick.
See, she'd be like, "Oh my God, how adorable!" Like Rain picked it up right away because Rain is, a big cat lover, and she picked it up right away. And I picked it up.
Cats, I know. Love the kittens.
Love the kittens. Another time. So we talked about Brittany. Oh, well, I want to do this, Jewel. God damn it, we're really gonna run late, and ain't no doubt about it. Because Jewel sent me this awesome article, and I'm going to tell you, people of the Philadelphia and the Pennsylvania area, get ready. Thursday, the awesome show Good Morning America on ABC shows us the best breakfast spots in Philly.
Whoa, this is my alley.
Oh, breakfast. You're not kidding. We should start doing like Yo-Show breakfast on Sundays and go to different places and eat breakfast.
Stop it.
Ooh, damn it.
Yeah, we can't give out any more secrets.
I know, right? Because
make eggs. Because, dude, best thing of working from home is making my eggs every morning.
Yes. When I was out for COVID and Cassie was working from home, she's like, make me eggs. And like every day of the week because I'm an egg junkie.
I love eggs. Eggs are my favorite food. It's like eggs and pizza. That's it.
You know what? This is why this show works so well. If we ever got trapped, like if we ever got to a studio and like a blizzard came, we were trapped for like 3-4 days. We could totally live on eggs and pizza, hands down. Forget it.
Eggs and pizza, I swear. But I've learned this new technique since working from home. Well, actually being like just stuck in your house all the time, because I always liked my eggs scrambled. Oh, like growing up, always scrambled. And then when I learned to like cook eggs, I'm like, all right, I really like runny eggs, but I don't like fried eggs. So let me just try this new thing. But like over easy is very difficult to do. So now I make eggs basted. And it is the best. Basted? And I found this, I shit you not, on I Love Lucy. And Ricky's like, Lucy, can you make me some eggs basted? And I'm like, I have to learn how to make eggs basted. And I don't make them any other way now. Unless I'm making them for other people. Yeah, but it's like steamed almost. Oh.
Rain's kitty cat pictures. There's Rain's kitty cats. Oh, so he's got great kitty cats. Oh, this is the cutest one yet. Oh, look how cute. Rain and Kinsey love it. But yeah, she's a big cat person as well. And that's why she was absolutely digging the cat pics. And I like how Kinsey's like, hey, Rain sent a pic. Thank you for keeping track of it, because I can't keep track of all this. Rain does shows with me on Wednesdays. Kinsey's gonna do a show with us on Wednesdays. I love them guys, man. They're freaking awesome. Burden of Guild, and of course Rain and Kinsey's an artist of his own, just absolutely great. So top breakfast spots, Jewel. I'm not as great at the Philly area as you are, so you're probably gonna have more Philly than me. I got a little bit of county and a little bit of township drawn in mind. You keep freezing, I notice. You all right there, Julie? Julie. Her name's not Julie. Oh, and she went off. She realized she froze, so now she knows to just jump out and jump back in. But anyway, Good Morning America, the very popular television show, will be Thursday morning. They'll be showing us the best breakfast spots in Philly. Again, mine are in Philly, but Angel made a little list of my top breakfast spots. And they're in the towns. And I started out with West Avenue Grill in Jenkintown. A great little place for breakfast, usually packed. So if it's the weekend, get there early because you will wait. But excellent. Dynamite breakfast. The Garden of Eden, right here in Langhorne. That's right, Eden, not Eden. The Garden of Eden, right here in Langhorne. A terrific breakfast, a great menu, reasonably priced, terrific staff. The food is, wow. We actually had our rehearsal dinner there for a wedding, my wife and I. Because it's that good. You want a great, Jewel will be loading up any second. You want a really great brunch on the weekends and a great beer selection. Dog and Bull in Croydon has an awesome brunch, Jewel. Extensive beer menu. Whenever, I'm telling you, anytime you get free, the Dog and Bull in Croydon is a fantastic brunch place.
My God, I love their food. They have brunch.
Oh, on the weekends they got brunch, dude.
Man.
And I got to tell you, the best hamburger in Pennsylvania. Am I correct?
Damn, I don't know. You tell me.
Pretty damn good. Get there, try it. Three Monkeys in Philly. Their
I love Three
brunch
Monkeys.
on the weekends is terrific. They got great food too. A lot of like bars. That's right, Brent. We're on West Avenue Grill. You know what I'm talking about. Love
Never
me
been
some
there
West.
either.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, Jenkintown, West Avenue Grill. And I knew Brent would know it. My man, Brent's got
And I've
the
also
eyes
never
for
been
food.
to Garden of Eden, and
It's right around the corner from us, and all the times you're in
Yeah.
Lango, never been. Dude, we had our wedding rehearsal dinner there. Like the dinner's great. Their breakfast
Really?
is really. Ah, dude, their dinner's good. We had chicken parm. Sometimes at home we'll get steak from there or chicken.
good.
Ah, dude, great food. Great.
no, I'm hungry.
And they weren't in order, by the way. I also put up Maggio's in Southampton. Maggio's does a weekend brunch thing as well. Excellent mimosas too. Excellent.
I don't think I've ever been to brunch. You know what,
What is with
girls? Someone invite me to brunch, please. 'cause
Girls,
I would
what
like to go. I love
Man.
mimosas.
Me and the wife. Oh, and I forgot to leave. I left
Brunch
the
is a girl's
place.
thing. Get out of here, Jeff.
I love brunch. I
It's not for
left
dudes.
out. I left out Steam Pub. In
Oh.
their brunch.
I've never
Holy
eaten there.
Jesus!
Like ever.
Their steak and egg. Their steak and egg is like
Shit, really?
boom.
I feel like every time I'm at Steam, it's so crowded.
Crowded.
And like on a weekend.
It is. It's funny how you're at these places like Steam and all that, and like I live 10 minutes away and I never get a phone call. That's okay.
Oh, this was not recent. Don't.
Okay.
No worries.
Brent, tell her. Jewel, give us, like, I threw 5 of my favorite breakfast spots out. Never in an order, but 5 of my favorite brunch breakfast spots. Do you have 5 on top of your head, or? Hello? Hello, Jewel? She's behind. She's going to go off again.
Me okay? Are we good?
Now you're horrible. All you're doing is
Delayed?
freezing and skipping. Yeah, a little bit. So, Jules' 5 favorite.
Am I okay?
Oh, well, there you are.
Yo.
Yeah, your lips are a little
Yo,
behind, but
check, check, check.
yeah, you're here.
Oh, okay. You look like a cartoon character.
The magic of
You're
live,
frozen.
ladies and gentlemen.
Such a funny. I'm
I
sorry.
absolutely love it.
Okay. You're catching up. You're catching up. And
Okay,
go.
hurry
okay.
up and go.
Yeah.
Wow, you nailed that. So your 5 favorite breakfast spots.
I don't
Not in
know.
order.
Let me just see. It's been so long since I went to breakfast anywhere. That's so
Oh,
sad.
before you do that, I got to give a shout out to Richie's in Hatboro. My brother and his wife on Sundays will go to Richie's. Terrific.
Damn.
Yeah, man,
Yeah,
you're
I mean,
missing it.
there's like Turning Point up by me, but that's like, like a chain. I don't like, God, that's another chain. I like to go to places that aren't a chain, like Suleme's or, the Squirrel Cafe in Morrisville. They're amazing.
Well,
That's like a
excellent.
little grandma spot. But yeah, I feel like maybe I should like go to brunch with people that my own age and not grandmas.
Like a news for you, brunch just isn't for chicks. I like brunch. And
Oh,
I
I
also
thought it
got
was
a
strictly for chicks.
and also got a pedicure a few weeks ago. So I'm with you, ladies. I had
Okay.
to, dude. My toes were killing me.
Dude, I cannot imagine sitting next to you in a nail salon.
Oh, I had everybody just cracking up because the owner is like this real funny, like Asian guy, and he's cracking jokes. I nudged Cassie. She's like, "Don't," because she knows how I get. And I
Is
start
that the
being,
place that plays 90s music by you?
yes, I think it is.
I swear to God, they're my favorite place.
MTV's on the TV the whole freaking time and all. I
Mhm,
think it's the same place.
It's like Michael
Killer.
Bolton. Like, yeah, 90s,
Might
like
be.
R&B.
Killer
Or like
pedicure.
Celine Dion. And the dude sings the entire time.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Because it's one dude and a bunch of women. He sits in the
Yep.
middle and he does nails, and they all do feet and
Amazing.
nails. Oh my God, that is the place. It's Cassie's place.
That's my shit. I know. Me and my mom
Dude.
found that. I'm like, this is such a hidden gem. And then it became kind of popular. So,
Dude, Cassie loves you.
but yeah,
Come love us.
honestly, I haven't gone in a long time.
So George wants to come on again. Angela said, I didn't know he knew you. Dude, it's the Yo Show, for God's sakes,
Good.
Angela.
Good. Okay.
We love
I'll,
George.
I'll, How does you know her? Oh, you can't. No. Okay.
Your
Yeah, go
lips are
ahead.
behind
I'll
you.
cut your hair. I'm
Well,
gonna select you well tonight. Oh God.
you should cut her hair on the show. You should.
Yeah, and that's too much pressure.
So Miranda Lambert, and we're gonna get into this really. Miranda Lambert stops her show the other night over a bunch of girls taking selfies, and she's like, "I'll stop. I'll wait till these girls are done doing selfies." And like the concert goer's like, "I feel like it's being scolded by a teacher." Seriously, like in today's era with the phone.
I'll stop.
Yeah, I'll stop. With the phone, though, like, yeah, you like to take pictures, you like to capture the moment and the memories and video it and all. Is Miranda Lambert being kind of a bitch here?
I think so.
Right? I mean, I hate to say that because we try to support entertainers, but I mean, like, yeah, they're taking a picture. You know they're listening to your music and they're probably filming you and they're saving you in their lives. Because let's face it, our phones are like pretty much our lives. They're saving you in their lives.
What if the cameras like turn the other way and they were actually taping you? Yeah, I'll stop.
I know, but I like the little wiggle you're doing there in slow motion. But yeah, I mean, like they're there.
So
They bought your ticket to support you. They're either videoing or taking pictures, probably like of you. Like, hey, look who's right behind us. Why? And a lot of bands are like, oh, we see everybody taking pictures or doing videos. Yeah, because we want to save it. We want that memory to show everybody we know. Look where I was. Look who did this. Look who did that. Of course we do.
And we're there. Yeah. I just did it with Doug. Me and Doug took a selfie at Rufus Wainwright. But, we also take a picture of you. It's not like you're left out of it.
Yeah, Rufus. Seeing a picture of you.
No, I love Rufus. He's goddamn amazing.
I know you do. And I love your, how do I say it? I don't want to say unusual style, but your wide variety of love and some that are like a little more unusual to me. And then you introduce me to them and I start to love them. And I'm telling you, you've got a gift. Your ear really does have a gift. Speaking of gifts, I have a gift.
The musicians have the gift.
Right, well, true. But I mean, being able to know it and hear it. Speaking of gifts, I'm going to buy a big gift for Ariana Grande because I love you. And she's getting, they're splitting up. Her and Dalton Gomez, their wedding is on the rocks. Jewel, big shock right in music in Hollywood that weddings don't last.
Let me just say, I wanted to hate this chick like so many times. I'm like, whatever.
You can't.
You can't because she's so talented and amazing and beautiful and funny and well educated. And I feel like actually her exes have done her solid with teaching her, especially Mac Miller, R.I.P. But he, I feel, has firsthand at least like taught her so much about music, and she really knows her shit. And seeing her like host, I think it was The Voice, but she really knows her craft. And not only is music, but now she's doing Wicked. Like she's what's it called? Carpool Karaoke with Seth MacFarlane, and those two together were like magic. I don't know. She's great. So yeah, some real estate agent,
and
she'll be fine.
I gotta find. No offense, Drew, but I'm gonna have to find out where George and Angela are because I got a little tipsy and I get an Uber there and just keep on partying.
Yeah. I mean, no, man. Let's just Uber. Let's go. Cut the show short. Let's go and find George and Angela.
I want to shout this story, because we've all ridiculed. We've all been on both sides of the fence. But I got to give a humongous shout out and a congratulations for whatever it's worth to Taylor Swift, who became the first female artist to have 4 of the Billboard Top 10 albums at once. Jules, say what you want about her. That is amazing. That's up there with the Beatles.
Right, well, she's easy to hate.
What's that?
Great. I don't know why people like her. I don't know.
I didn't
just
want
don't get
to,
it.
and I get mad at it, and I'm a big fan. But when I saw this stat, like she's in line with the Beatles, that's pretty impressive. I had to give that a shout out. You don't like her because she's a whiny
Yeah.
little bitch. That's okay. I got better news for you since you don't want to share that story.
But like I can listen to the Beatles every day, 24/7.
I despise the Beatles with a burning passion. However, Jewel, get ready for this. For you people in the Philly area, Bucks County, Montgomery County, etc. If you've never been to the Keswick Tavern at the Keswick Theater, you suck balls. If you've never been, now is the reason to go. Jewel, Wolfgang Van Halen, and Mammoth have announced an upcoming tour and a November stop at the Keswick freaking Theater. I'm boiling.
Yeah, that's big, man. The Keswick has some great acts.
They do. I love the Keswick. Such a nice, it's a smaller, maybe 1,000-person arena. And the fact that Wolfgang is bringing Mammoth there, like I said, I saw him open for not for Van Halen, for Guns N' Roses at Hershey Park. Super solid. Amazing band.
No, that's amazing. And so close. It's like right down the street.
I know, right down the street. And for all you who are wondering about Jules' enthusiasm, she's trying to make sure she's not freezing, so she's definitely talking.
That's what it is. Yes.
I know, and I love you for it. You're such a goddamn professional when we get on here. Like there is a professionalism and a love and a desire to bring you the best, and we do it live because recording is actually worse. You sound like an absolute robot, like it sucks. So we do it live, and sometimes we have little glitches. And Jewel and I, through the years, because in the beginning, we would derail. But now you're used to the glitch here and there, and we work through it. Jewel did a great job working through it. You couldn't even tell, for the most part. So I thank you. And I am going to, August 15th, right? 6 years. I'm going to kiss your ass so hard on the show. I am. Because you're like it, man. You're like the butter on the bread. You're the jelly to the peanut butter. You're a fucking rock star. You're a superstar. And we don't get into it too much because there are personal things, but your personal life, the way you handle your daughter, who's amazing, who comes on and does nice, fun little bits, and the way you come here and you bleed for it, you love it, you're passionate for it. We share the text. Dude, I could not do this with anybody else. I know Wednesdays we do it to bring more acts on. I do guest co-hosts, and it's neat. But there's nothing like an experience of sitting next to you and doing this. Really, nothing.
I know, man. What a ride it's been, and I appreciate you. And even though you're a little buzzing right now, that's fine. I'm just happy we derail after the gas. After
I know, But I almost cried when the guest was on. Like, but he said that thing about the family and the support, and I'm like,
know. That was so sweet.
It really was. They're cool dudes. And when I seen them, like, you hear the music and you see their picture, like, yeah, these guys are going to be badass and I got to be cool. And then he's talking like, man, like my family, and I'm just like crying. I'm like, I felt awful. But I love Never Wake, dude. We're way past schedule tonight.
Watching
I don't care.
Coco Melon.
Coco, right now, right? And then my room's lit up for my kid from, what is that? Pal, the dog thing,
Paw Patrol.
Paw Patrol. My nephew's going to murder me. I should know better. Next week on the program, tomorrow night on the program, I tried to get Jewel. Her work schedule, of course, is brutal. But tomorrow night,
I'm here tonight.
I feel you, man. I'm going to start knocking out your coworkers left and right. But next week on the program, tomorrow night, the Grimjacks, Yo Show Wednesday. Supposedly Tammy Palumbo is guest co-host. I hope so. I love you. But next Wednesday, Jewel, the 25th, we just follow right up from the awesome band Never Wake to the awesome band Tulip. Now, this is a male and female rock band. Super cool. Can't wait. Got to get in touch with them and let them know that we're lining up for the 25th Tulip. Jewel and I will be here Tuesday the 25th. The 26th, Adult entertainment star Janine Green Jericho joins us on Yo Show Wednesday, and comedian Ashley Pontius will be the guest co-host, who I met from the guys at the Happy Hour Pod. Actually, I met them both from the guys at the Happy Hour Pod. We're going to have them on, Jewel, and they do great stuff for us. And I'm like, look, can you hook me up? And they do. So 26, Yo Show Wednesday night, Janine Green Jericho, Ashley Pontius. I love Wednesdays, but they're not the same as Tuesdays. Jewel, I'm like professionally romanticizing tonight. You're like the bomb, dude. You're like truly the sister from another mister. And this is like the last couple weeks have sucked not doing this on Tuesdays. It sucked.
I know, it really did. But, some great things have happened and some life-changing things. So let's keep rolling.
We are going to keep rolling. Like I said, next Tuesday is Tulip right here live on the Yo Show, 8 o'clock. Agreed. Don't forget our website, www.theyoshow215.com. Go to YouTube and go up to the search bar and search The Yo Show. That logo comes up. You'll see us. Same thing with Twitch. Type in The Yo Show in your search bar on Twitch. We come up. Facebook, of course, is the Stoop Radio Network. What a great night. A huge thank you to the guys from Neverwake. Don't forget to check out their brand new version of Rebel Yell wherever you get brand new music. You can find Neverwake on Facebook, of course, at Neverwake. Instagram is at Neverwake Music. The website is www.neverwakemusic.com. Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. Check them out. You will love them as we did love them. Jewel Tatey, an incredible fucking Tuesday night. God, I'm sorry. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I missed you, dude. It's not. You are the sister. It hurts, man.
Oh, it hurts. Calm down. It's fine. No, it's great to be back. And man, what a way to come back with Neverwake. So thank you so much. And yes, this is the highlight of my week. So this will just, keep me alive until the next week. Until the next time.
And I'm telling you, man, whenever you find a Wednesday off, you let me know. We still have a few weeks of Wednesdays left with some great guests. A person would love to have you do it, and it doesn't really change. I know how to do it with Jewel like anybody else, better than anybody else. I'm losing it. This is the point where Jeff got to shut the show off because
that's what she said.
Okay. You know what? I was going to take us out. I'm going to take us out with Rebel Yell. What do you think? I'll let you pick, Jewel. Rebel Yell or go with Fire Cannot Burn? God, it's so hard. Anybody in the audience who wants to pick? Right?
If we can get away with Rebel Yell, let's do it that way.
You want to do them both?
Let's do it. We can get away with it.
We can. One more time. We're going to go. Jewel and I are going to go. And it's already like 5 after 10, but I can't get off because I love this show. But we're going to leave you with Rebel Yell by tonight's guest, Neverwake, and then right after we're going to exit with Fire Cannot Burn by St. Ricketts at www.stricketts.com. So you're going to witness probably about 8 or 9 minutes of music, not see me and Jewel again until next Tuesday. For Jewel Tatey, I am Jeff the Shark Bruni. We love every freaking one of you. Coming up on 6 years, we could not do it without a single one of you. Rain wants to leave a Rebel Yell. We'll do Rebel Yell and we'll call it a night. What do you think?
Yes.
Rain, you
just
call it.
That's all.
Right. Rockstar drummers get the call. You are a fucking rock star. You want Rebel Yell? You got it. We're going to take you out of the Yo Show tonight with Rebel Yell by Neverwake. God damn it. I love this song.
Bye.
Bye. We'll see you next Tuesday night. Let's do it. Rebel Yell. Good night, everybody. Night, bro.